Hi everybody and welcome to the Knitters League. It's Friday, March 27th and we're stuck at home and we're here to bring you our secret whips. We were thinking about how we could bring some information to you via YouTube, and we thought, why don't we videotape ourselves separately, and then maybe we'll do some other version of this later on. But for now, we thought, why don't we just videotape ourselves and put it all up together, and you'll get to see us kind of one-on-one. And so what did we decide? Oh, we are going to show you the whips that we're working on, and one of our viewers suggested that maybe we do like a little reveal. What are we working on? What is the yarn? Who's the designer? And to be honest with you, this is going to be a real secret for me, like a secret reveal, because I don't even think I remember what half of my stuff is in these bags, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to just grab this first bag. This bag. See what's in here. Okay. All right. Truth be told, this is a sweater. It's the Mailin sweater that I am making for my mother-in-law. And yes, that's nice of me, except for, well, look how far I've gotten. Not very far. And this was a Christmas gift for 2 years ago that I was asked to make by my father-in-law. No pressure, of course, to finish right away, because he asked me a little bit on the late side, but now one Christmas has passed since then, and so I really don't have an excuse. But this is the Mailin sweater, and I just want to make sure I'm not mistaken here, because now my brain is so old. But yes, okay, sorry, it's Isabel Kramer, and the yarn I'm using is Legends, and I can't remember exactly, I don't know if Legends is just the base, and then I can't remember, but nonetheless, I bought this at Webb's when they had the after Christmas sale, and I knew I needed to buy a lot of yarn, and I knew I needed to buy a decent quantity of yarn, and I knew that my father-in-law only had like a budget in mind, and so this was a really great find. It's a silk merino blend, and so it has a nice little shine, and I really should do this, get this done. Ugh, okay, now you know I'm a bad daughter-in-law. Great. Okay, let's see, next one. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This one's easy. Oh, Sentiment. This is my True by Ho-He. This was one of the big projects I was really looking forward to making. Like, I had made, I don't know how many things, not very many, to be honest with you. And I thought, oh, I'm going for this. I'm going for the cardigan. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this may have called for smaller yarn than I use, because that was the days in which I decided I could just make it up as I went. And I think we all liked, the four of us actually tried to sometimes do this. Yeah, it was DK. And I ended up using a worsted, which I know I could have, you know, it's not a big switch out, but without really knowing too much at the time, I don't know if this is going to really turn out great or not, and if gauge is right, because, you know, I don't really do that either. I know, bad. And, but nonetheless, it was also like almost 2,000 yards, and in my world, in that moment, seemed like kind of like, can I really be buying this much yarn? Like, it seemed like a lot. But nonetheless, I did, and look, this is the neck. This is, you know, this is the arm, so the body is cranking, but yeah, not very far. This is like over 5 years old, and this is what I bought. I also got this at the after Christmas sale at Webb's. It's Poem Silk Solids, and I wasn't too sure how I felt about it. It's singles and also it's silk, and it was my first time buying both really for a sweater. It was actually before I really knew that I didn't love singles, but it knits up really, really nice, and it's really a beautiful color. And I don't know why I haven't finished this, but it is my long journey ahead whip. So this is another good one, and I love my Ho-He, so you know, it's still a favorite and something I plan on finishing. All right, let's see what else I got here. Okay, I really don't know what's in here. Oh, all right. Okay. Listen, this is Like a Feather. This is the Hanaphetic, I believe. Is it Hanaphetic? Please tell me I'm right. I think it is. But anyway, it's this, right? And super cool, super cute. I mean, I don't look like her, but I want to. And so I thought, well, why don't I make this? So I bought myself some of that. Well, first of all, it is with Mailin, and the color is Daenerys from, you know, Game of Thrones. And then it has, I think this is called Slate or Cinder, and this is the hedgehog, this synthetic-y stuff. Okay, so I really, really want to finish the sweater. My problem is that when you're knitting your rows, great, everything goes fine. When you purl, this stuff just makes a big knot, and all these little teeny feathers that come off of it just like wrap really tight. And so I spend half of my time unwinding my yarn because it just purling just naturally wraps it. And I gotta be in the mood. And I'm really bummed out because I think this sweater is so cool. I mean, look at it. It's cool, right? And I love the colors, so I'm excited about this. I just gotta kind of be patient and be ready. Well, that's that. All right, let's see what else. Don't you love this bag? What is this? Was this the squirrel bags? Is that right? Is that what it is? Oh yeah, Fat Squirrel. Got this at Rhinebeck at one of the Needles Up meetup, you know, selling points there with Legacy. And I got that bag, I don't know, a couple of years ago. You know, why am I creating new cast-ons? I should be just working on my whips. Okay, here's the Guthrie by Caitlin Hunter. And look at this. I am using, where's the beginning, where's the end? I don't know. I'll just hold it like this. I'm using Mailin as my base, the gray here. And love how this is coming out. And then I'm using, so here's my Mailin, and here is my Miss Babs. And I forget what this was called, but I had it for a long time. I bought it a couple years ago, and it's just one of those yarn selections that I just love, and then just could never figure out what I was using it for, so it just sat there. And then all of a sudden this came to me. So I really should finish. This one is one of those, like, I regret that I don't put some time into this, because I actually like color work, and I think this is coming out pretty awesome. So anyway, this is, oh, that's where those scissors are. Sophia, you gave this to us and I couldn't find them. Go figure. This is the Guthrie. So that's another one of my whips. All right, I got a few more. All right, let's see what's in this one. Oh, jeez. All right, this is the Grocery Girl. Do I call it right? Is it the Grocery Girl or the girl at the grocery store? Do I call it the girl from the grocery store? I never call it the right thing. You know me. So yeah, so I started this when that pattern came out, and I can't remember why I stopped. I should go back to this because I know this is a really lovely pattern and it's straightforward. This is before I knew how to carry. I was cutting everything. And this is Wonderland Fibers. Is that right? I don't even know if I'm saying that, but they're both. It's this gray and this navy, and I was so proud. I thought it was like brilliant by putting those two together. I mean, I know it's not very brilliant, but I absolutely loved this color combo. And I think, like, once I finish this, I know I'm gonna wear it a lot, because I mean, geez, it's a neutral, it's navy, it's next to black, best color you're gonna get for dark neutral. Anyway, love it. So gosh, I gotta get on that. All right. Let's see what's in this bag. This, I really don't know what's in here. Oh, is this my reaction for everything? Like, geez, like, I didn't even realize I had this many things lingering. This one is a whip, but might as well be a frog, but it's gonna still be a whip because I put too much effort into half of it, and I believe somebody out there these can go to. So my whip is a sock. And why do I say it's a half done? Because I do have one done. I have one sock done, and this was for Max. So, Max is 14, and his foot, I have a size 7, and now he is 2 sizes at least larger than my foot. So, needless to say, I'm a little late. And so, no socks for Max. Here's the other thing. This is the real kicker. once I realized Max had outgrown it, I thought, well, geez, I have a couple years to finish the second one, so Griffin could wear it. Yeah, that didn't work out because now Griffin has at least one size bigger than my foot, and this isn't going to work. And I love this yarn. This was, oh shoot, why can't I remember? Well, anyway, they were polar opposites. So, oh, Canon yarns. And it was cool because one was like predominantly blue with the gray, and then one was the gray, predominantly gray with the blue. And they were gonna, as you can see, they create the opposite effect. And then I used this bright yellow, which I don't even know, I think this is also hers, to contrast it. And I think colorway was something like bicycle or crosswalk or something like that. It was really cute. I think these are, I mean, as much as I despise making socks, I am proud of this one sock. And so, well, there goes that. All right, what's in here? I have two more. Oh, so when I went to Margie's Yarn Crafts in Granby, Connecticut, which was part of the, I'm gonna call it the Yarn Hop, even though I don't know if that's really what it's officially called. And you know, when you travel, it's like it happens to do like the whole Route 91 in Connecticut goes through Vermont and down to New Haven and you can stop and you get your patterns, and then you can get a free pattern, you can buy their yarn. We ended up going to Margie's, and it's really not that far from us. Connecticut's so small anyway. And she's a cute little shop, and she had a lot of koigu, which I had never had. And I just kind of like all of a sudden felt like, oh my god, I discovered koigu and I had to have koigu. And so she had this pattern. This is hers, and it's called Breeze. And I hope I'm not giving anything away. And it's a cute little shawl, and I'm see if there's another picture here. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'm sniffling. So it's a cute little, you know, triangular shawl where, you know, one point, and then there's these tassels. I'm a sucker for tassels. I want to just tell you, I'm a sucker for tassels. And so I needed it. And then I bought these 3 skeins to do this kind of gradient. I think it's supposed to be like this. I'm not even sure which way it goes anymore, or which way I decided it was going to go, but I bought these, and I can't remember the name of any of them because they're all numbers anyway, right? And so yeah, so this was what I bought for it, and I was so excited. And here it is. Look how cute it is. I mean, again, not very far. I did make a mistake here. You see that little bump? I think I forgot to like increase, or I increased twice or something like that. And I usually go back to these things, but I had decided that I just wasn't. And I think it's because I realized it when I was like way up here. And this is all garter, so I wasn't really sure that I wanted to go back and fix that. So I did it. All right. Wow, it's kind of therapeutic. I'm not gonna lie. And now I've kind of almost sparked some interest. Like I'm thinking to myself, Guthrie, why am I not working on Guthrie? Or why am I not working on my mother-in-law's sweater? Okay, last but not least, of course, there's no least in knitting. Oh, I have my, oh geez, still have the Decades wrap I gotta finish. I didn't even bring that out again. But we talked about that on the podcast, so you saw it there. And this is my latest whip, and what I had decided I wanted to cast on when I knew I was being quarantined and I thought I wasn't going back to school for 2 weeks. Now, of course, I'm online teaching, and which is going well, by the way. The kids, it's been good to see my kids. And so I've had less time to knit. And when I'm not teaching, I'm schooling my own children or making sure they're getting fresh air and using their legs to exercise. And so I haven't done a lot on this, but I did start and did get quite a bit done, enough to show you that you can figure out. I am doing Andrew Mowry's Fade Neve, and I'm not fading it, and I am happy about that, only because I really, really just love the yarn I'm using, and I thought it'd be cool with these little noops, as she calls them. And so I bought this yarn when I was in Spain 4 years ago at least, and it was really inexpensive. And so I bought enough to make a sweater, and here it is. This is what I've started. Isn't it cool? I'll get the front. This is technically the front, and it's on this kind of a smaller. Sorry, I'm not fumbling. I'm not even good at this, holding this. But anyway, there are all those little noops, and I'm not fading, and I'm using a tweed. And I love this yarn because it is it's called Lanas Alpaca, and it is, let's see, what is it? 25% SF alpaca. We were talking about this, the girls and I. What is the SF in alpaca? It's SF and then alpaca. Is that a type of alpaca? Anyway, 25% of that, and then 55% merino, and then 20% Donegal. So it's soft like alpaca, of course merino, but it still has a good like memory. It's still greater part wool, which I like. And I'm really excited about wearing this, and I just think it's so beautiful, this cream with all the little ticks of black and tan and, you know, taupe that the Donegal gives. So really cool. So that's it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there's a couple I didn't bring out, and I didn't bring them out because they weren't really a surprise. I kind of wanted to surprise myself a bit, and some of it is because, I mean, do I really need to go that far back? I mean, at this point it's kind of a little entertaining, and then going back to like the beginning, like the beginning is kind of almost a little bit sadder for me, and so I'm gonna just put that in the back of my reality and pretend it doesn't exist for just a little bit. So I do have a couple, but that's about it. Those are my whips, and I'm really looking forward to casting on more, to be honest with you, because I have gotten some more yarn over the past few days since I was like, quarantine, I need to buy, even though you saw my stash, and we all have a great stash here at the girls and I. So yeah, I shouldn't have bought any, but I did, and I'm excited about using it, so we'll see what happens. All right, well, I hope you're enjoying what we're saying and what we're showing, and thank you so much for tuning in. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi guys, Elissa here. I'm gonna show you some of my whips. I really only have one that I'm actively working on, and I really should finish some of the other ones, but I just haven't gotten to it. So first I will show you my Decades Shawl wrap. Decades wrap, I keep doing that. Decades wrap by Nice and Knit, using Nice and Knit yarn. So I know you guys have seen this, but I am just about done. This is, I'm actually really excited for this. I love these colors, and yeah. So there's one whip, which, by the way, like I said, is the only one I'm actively working on. I have like a couple really old ones that I should finish, but the problem is some of them I kind of messed up on, and I can't go on. I can't move on until I finish them, or figure out what the mistake was. This is my cat Olivia. She's trying to get into the video. Okay, so my dad's sweater. I am currently, I'm close to being done. It's just, I think I did the wrong decrease on one side. I think I did too much, so, and then bound off, so I don't know. But anyway, I am at the shoulders. All right, so here's the sleeve. This is actually also Nice and Knit yarn. Yeah, I mean, I know I've shown this before. So this is, oh gosh, you know, I should probably have the patterns pulled up for this. yeah, let me pull up that pattern for this one so I could, maybe share that part with you. Oops, sorry. Almost poked Olivia in the eye. Okay, so let's see. I was using my phone to keep the camera steady, but so let's see. Not here. Wow. Okay, well, anyway, it's a cardigan for my father. And oh, there it is. Marcel. That's what it's supposed to look like. That is the pattern that it is supposed to be. Okay, so that's 1, 2, now 3. This might be the oldest whip that I have hanging out. This is a just a shawl that I was working on, and like I clearly messed up on this side over here. I did the wrong side maybe, but this is what I have. I mean, look, I could totally either not finish it or finish it. But I will tell you, it's probably never going to get finished. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Probably something I wouldn't wear that often anyway. It's a little scarf. Okay. And this is definitely my most completed whip that I have not been knitting on. But I had a lot of projects and so obviously my Zweig Sleeve Island over here, because I am done. And I know I had talked about maybe keeping it short sleeve, but I don't actually want to do it short sleeve. I like the long sleeve. So I'm probably going to go for the long sleeve. Just finish it. I'm going to finish it. You watch me. This will be done before summer. I think that's a good, what do you call that? Plan, right? And this is a shawl that I've been working on, I stopped. It's called Sunwalker by Melanie Berg. I stopped knitting it and then I picked it up again. But when I picked it up, I kind of forgot what the increase was. So I messed it up. And now I'm like, ooh, do I go back? So I kind of just stopped knitting it. So I can show you guys a picture of what it's, look, it's even wrinkled. So yeah, so over here, I think I have to look at it. Oh no, this side is the increased side. I did the increases just wrong. I don't know what happened, and I have to figure out, God, this is a pain though, because this is not like a simple stitch. It's all patterned. Is that the right side? I don't know, but it's supposed to look like so. Let me hold on this side. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm at in it. I should maybe just rip the whole thing out and restart. But I was going to actually do 2 colors. So this is the blue. The teal is Mailin Tosh. What is happening over here? And this is Backyard Fibers, because I didn't have enough of the Mailin Tosh color to make the full shawl. So I was going to add this in like a stripe section. I'm starting to think that I should just start over, because I really want to do the shawl. I mean, I love this color, or maybe I should use this color for something else. I don't know. I really do like, what do I do? Tell me, somebody tell me. Laurie, what do you think? Oh, wait. Laurie, Julie, Sophia, what do you think? Also, that is all I have for whips. I mean, like I said, I am going to be done with one of them soon, so I can move on to another one, or I will probably actually start a new project. Lately, I haven't had time for knitting, so obviously, with everything going on, well, not obviously, but with everything going on, I am staying home. I'm working from home currently, and also the kids are home from school. They've been home. This was their second week being home, and they just started doing school, and it's been quite stressful. Let me tell you, I'm sure some of you are in the same boat, but I am trying to work and somehow try to get them to do their schoolwork, and they have to take turns. But then, because I think they're taking advantage of me, because I'm working and trying to focus, they'll do their work, but then they'll stop doing the work, claiming they're done, which they probably are, and then they start playing Roblox. So yeah. Other than that, like I said, I thought actually working from home, I would have time to do more anything, but I think the house is even more messy now because we haven't gone anywhere. We're like just making a mess. The dishes don't stop, and I don't understand. I mean, yes, I do 3 meals a day at home, maybe even a snack, but I'm gonna have to give these kids chores, right? They probably should have been doing that. But yeah, so that is all I have. I know the other girls' videos are going to be longer than mine because they probably have more whips than me. I've definitely tried to stay away from starting new projects until I finish other ones. But clearly, we all got them. We all have those that we just stopped working on because something, I don't want to say better, but something more pressing came along, like a gift or Rhinebeck sweaters or just something you really wanted to do. So, yeah. Other than that, I don't have anything else going on. But before I go, I do want to say thank you to everybody that helped me with my project, who reached out, who I didn't obviously use everybody, only because I only needed a certain amount. And I have had so many people reach out. And like I said, thank you so much, because that meant a lot. It helped me out a lot also. And I don't know. I guess that's it for now. Hopefully you get some interesting. I actually can't wait to see what everybody has, because they're not next to me. But yeah, everybody stay safe. Keep knitting. And we will check in again later. Bye.
Hey everyone, Julie here. It's my turn to show you guys all my languishing or secret whips. And I have plenty of them. And I'm going to do what Laurie did, just like kind of grab a bag and show you what's inside. Like, I don't really remember what is in most of these. Looks like I have about 10 things to show you guys. All right, here we go. Here's the first bag. Ooh, this is a good one. I'm surprised it fits in this little bag. All right, this is my Zweig. This has got to be at least 3 years old. All right, sorry, it is really tangly. I actually love this. All right. Can you see it? Dun, dun, dun. So I'm actually almost done if I do short sleeves and just finish this up. I know exactly why I stopped. I stopped because there was some pooling down here. I'm sure you could see it. And I was unsure if I liked that or not, if I would wear the sweater. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna finish it. I think I don't mind that. I think it looks kind of cool. All right, so here we go. There's one. All right, just throw them down here. All right, this is a little awkward filming without my girls. So, whatever. A little weird. All right, this is more recent, but I don't think I've showed it on the podcast. This is going to be the main squeeze cardigan, I believe, that Mason Dixon, they just had a knit along in February. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten. This is the first sleeve. And look what I got these on Amazon. These are like the Flexi Flips, except it's not the Flexi Flips. It's some other brand that was less expensive. And I really like these because you start here, obviously, and you go up, and I didn't have any thing. I didn't want to do double pointed needles. I'm not a big fan. Anyway, this is Puffin from Quince & Co. And I already had made a sweater in this, and I frogged it. Oh, and here's this. I didn't know where that was. Yay, found it. Okay, great. That's exciting, right? All right, next up. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna finish this one. I think I'm gonna frog this. I think I started to frog this. Okay, this is my Exploration Station by Stephen West. I actually love this. I just love the black that separates the colors. But why am I not going to finish this? I don't know. I think well, I know I messed up, so I have to go back. But I don't know. I really like wearing solid color shawls, so I'm not sure if I would get much use out of this, but I just love it. Love the colors. Okay, there's that. All right, next up, grab this one. All right, this is from a long, long time ago, and I think I'm also frogging this, but this is the start of, this is super bulky project. I think it's Hohi's grandpa cardigan. Yeah, so this is like, just like the neck. I don't know. And I don't even know the name of the yarn. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have plans for this yarn for something else. So, yeah, I think that's something else I'm gonna frog. Okay, I know what that is. Let's see what this is. Okay, this is something I didn't even start. So this technically isn't even a project. But I just love these two colors together. So I know I want to make something soon. I don't know what. Oh, and this too. So these three. Oh no, that was something else. Never mind. Okay. All right. What's up next? Go into here. Okay, this is pretty recent. Kitty, come here. Come here. This is my Lily's cardigan, Lily's pullover, Lily's bobble sweater, something like that. I haven't gotten very far. This is pretty much what I showed you guys on the podcast a few months ago. But I really like working with just this solid white. Oh, it's so soft. It's so soft. So this is something I will finish. And I'm using Drops Air. Okay, so that is something. It just smells so good. All right, I'm gonna work on that. All right, what do we got in here? Okay, this is something I haven't started either. Look at this. Okay, so this is yarn that I got during Vogue Knitting Live at Pearl Soho. And I think Laurie showed, she got the same yarn. And Sophia had inspired us to get it. She said it was super soft and she's made a hat with it. So I was planning on making a hat with this. That's cute. But I have not cast on. All right. Do you guys do that? Just get projects set up and then never actually make them? All right. This one. All right. I love this. This is going to be kind of messy because I'm alternating skeins with a strand of fingering and mohair. This is my Christmas sweater, Christmas 2019 sweater, which I did not finish, obviously, but I will finish this for sure. I absolutely love it. So this is, it's a pattern by Petite Knits. I forget the name. Do I have it in here? Oh, and it's in my Hoagie bag, which is in a La Bien Ami bag. My husband got this, my husband and daughter got this for me a few years ago when they went to Paris. Okay, so this is a good one. I just stopped this because I wasn't going to finish in time for Christmas, and that was depressing. So I just wanted to put it down, get something else going. Oh, but I just love it. Smells good too. Okay. There's that. All right, so now we're coming to more recent things. Oh no, I already showed that one. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I just showed this. This is and I haven't worked on this since I showed this at the last podcast. This is the Sorrel. Yeah. Which I stopped at because I have a test that I'm working on. But that's another goodie. All right, and here, what do we got? All right, I think this is something else. Okay, I did cast this on. This is going to be Virgil by Caitlin Hunter. I don't have a picture, so I'm using Soft Fossil color, and I already have to start this over because I'm supposed to be doing the seed stitch, and I am not. I was just doing regular ribbing, so I'm going to start that over. But these are the two colors I'm using for the color work. I think that looks really nice, so I'm excited for that one. This is going to be a knit along with some friends from my son's school, the teachers. Alrighty. Oh, this is a good one too. I think I love all of them. All right, this is Daelyn by Isabel Kramer, using O Wool, her alpaca. Do I have the exact blend? Yeah, this is it's 50%, oh my gosh, I cannot read that, alpaca and 50% merino. And I've definitely showed this on the podcast. I don't think I've gotten too much further. This is an awesome pattern. Here's this. So the front is regular stockinette, and then in the back is garter, and then you slowly like start, you decrease in the front and increase in the back, so that garter stitch line kind of just starts to taper in, which is a cool look. I love this one. And I think I'm going to make it a turtleneck, as I do. Just love that. All right, and now next up are the things I am working on currently. Which one is which? Okay, yeah, which I talked about. So this is my test knit using Jody Long Alba. Look at this awesome colorway. And this is the Circle of Friends sweater by Wool and Water Knits. She has this pattern ready on Ravelry. I'm so slow at this though. So this is going to take me a while. This is a seamed sweater. This is the front. So I've got a bunch more to do. I love it. I work on it every day, but still, I'm slow. Or not too slow, because I am working on something else. I couldn't resist. Oh, let me show you the circle front sweater before I move on. I want to show you the pattern. It's pretty cute. Looks super cozy. Can't wait to finish it. And I'm using, oh, Vicky, I'm using cream for the contrast color. Vicky, come here. Come here. You want to be on the podcast? This is one of my doggies, Victoria. Okay, you can go. Or take a rest. All right. And next, last but not least, this is what I have started. This is my in quarantine cast on, the COVID cast on, coming up. I'm so excited about this one. And I should not have cast on because I'm obviously doing a test knit, but I could not resist the Throwover. There's gonna be like dog hair everywhere. I just love this. Elissa said that she thinks the color work reminds her of fire. Guys. Anyway, I'm completely in love with this. You know, when Andrea Mowry posted this on Instagram, I just immediately had a cast on. I had obviously everything in my stash. I'm using Nightshades, the Cinder colorway, which that's the one that has Willie has specks of orange in it. So that's why I picked these three colors to go with it. And these three colors are from Green Mountain Spinnery. They were in a kit I got when we did our shop hop. I think that was in June. And this was for a hat. And it ended up being like 25 grams each, which is pretty much exactly what you need for the color work for the Throwover. Sorry about the dogs. If they keep doing it, I'll get up and stop them. So anyway, that's about it for me. Oh, I love the way this looks. Okay, so hope everyone out there is doing well. It's a crazy time. I'm busy with the kids doing their online schooling, and it seriously keeps me busy like all day. I have, well, especially just for I'm busy with my 6th grader, and I'm enjoying helping him actually. And my husband's still at work. He has a business that's deemed essential, so he's out of the house most of the day, every day. And yeah, that's about it. So I've been knitting, not as much as I'd like. I'm probably knitting as much as I usually do. But yeah, it's nice to have the knitting. Helps relieve the stress. So hope everyone else is also enjoying their knitting. Okay, so I think Sophia is up next to finish up the podcast for us. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we will post another video next week. So maybe write in the comments another idea for a video, or we could just do our regular format talking about our whips, or maybe we'll do a Zoom podcast so you could see all 4 of us at the same time talking. Anyways, let us know what you like. Okay, thanks again. Bye.
Hi, it's my turn to show you guys my secret or languishing whips. These are works in progress that we've had forever. And you know what? My goal during this quarantine period is to try and finish up as many as possible. But I do have to say, in the meantime, from the last time we podcasted, I had a test knit going. I don't know if I showed it last time, I don't recall, but I have really been working on it from the last time we podcasted till today. And that is the Rahua, Rahua. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm probably not. And the designer's name is Sorry Norland. And this is the test knit so far. So it's going to have drop shoulders. And I need to seam the shoulders together. I haven't done that yet. I've got them held together with Progress stitch markers to kind of help me for when I do go and seam it. But I love it a lot. The yarn is Madelinetosh. Maybe I did talk about this. Madelinetosh MCN worsted. So it's merino cashmere nylon, and I really love it. I've had this in my stash for a really, really long time, and I was happy to use it, and I'm excited about this sweater. It's super cute. I think it's going to look great when it's blocked. Don't look at that. That's when I had to rejoin more yarn. But I think I'm close, because the best thing about these kind of drop sleeve sweaters is that you don't get stuck on sleeve island for too long. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but this is, I imagine my shoulders are going to come to about here, so that this part will be sleeve. So I'm excited. I'm hoping to have this done for our next podcast, whether we are podcasting together or not. But yeah, and I also wanted to mention, Sorry came out with a new pattern, and I know we're supposed to only be talking about whips, but I really wanted to show everybody. I just bought it. It came out on Friday, which I know the days are relatives, but this is called Celeste. And I think this is so pretty. I purchased the pattern. I can't wait to make it. And again, it's Celeste with an S, and the designer is Sorry Norland. So the other things that I have, my other whips are, I plan to finish my shawl. This is Alejandra, and the designer is Hohi, and oh, I'm mid-row. So this is what happens when we're showing whips, because literally they are just complete works in progress. But I've talked about this on the podcast before, and I'm sorry that I'm mid-row. I should have planned this better. I should have checked on all my whips before anyway, it's probably the wrong way anyway. Oh, how terrible. It looks awful. But anyway, you guys get the idea. So the pattern is Alejandra. It's by Hohi, and I'm using my Pearl Soho line weight yarn, which I've shared with you guys a million times. You're probably sick of it. But this has been a languishing whip. As soon as I finish this test knit, I'm finishing this shawl. So I'm really hoping, it's got the pink theme. I love pink. But I'm hoping it will be finished also for the next podcast. I'm really excited about this shawl. I really like it. I probably should pull up a picture of it. But yeah, I can. It's the Alejandra Shawl. Maybe I should look it up. You would think I would have that prepared. There we go. So I like this shawl. It's meant to be DK weight, but I'm holding 2 strands of fingering together for that shawl. And here. Yeah. I plan to do the tassels and everything. So I definitely am going to finish that next. I promise. Going to. Okay. So after that, we have, of course, the Decades wrap, which you guys have seen 1,000,001 times, but I love it. It's really, really pretty. I haven't made a lot of progress on it. It's by Nice and Knit. It uses 3 weights, the worsted weight, the mohair, and the fingering. And it has this lovely stripe pattern with this beautiful lace detail. And I'm so super close into finishing this too. So both of these shawls are going to be finished right after this test knit is finished. I cannot wait. That'll be 3 FOs and 2 whips right off my plate. Can't wait. So the next whip I have is, of course, my Sorrel, which you guys know about that too. I've made no progress on it, and haven't worked on it, and guess what, don't plan to for a little bit. Again, the mohair just is not speaking to me, but I will pick it up. I will pick it up someday, I promise. After I finish those 2 shawls. I definitely plan to revisit my chestnut, which I talked about on the last podcast. I just have to do sleeves. This is with the Fuzz family, Uncle Mulberry worsted weight yarn, which I love. It's so beautiful. And this is really close too, although it may not look it, but it's, again, this is a drop sleeve situation, so I just have to do the sleeves and the collar. So it's not that much more to go either. So 2 shawls, then I'm working on this, promise. Okay, then I think I might come back to this, my Merry Meadow, which is a Caitlin Hunter pattern. This I started so long ago, and I just think it's really cute. I like it a lot. Let me just see here. So, and I'm using sparkly sock yarn, which I kind of think makes it really fun. I don't know, I like it. I'm gonna make it kind of cropped. I think pretty soon I'll divide for the sleeves. And I'm gonna do it full sleeved. So, yeah, this is my Merry Meadow, Caitlin Hunter, Boylan Knitworks pattern, and I'm excited to work on this. And this is Hedgehog Fibers. I can't remember the colorway, and this is Woolen Vine Yarns, the hot pink. Yeah, I really like it. Okay, so I also have a super old languishing whip that I also would love to finish one day, and that is my Dragonflies Jumper. I have never shown this, so this is actually could be considered a secret whip because it's been languishing so long that I've never shown it, and I would love to finish this. So I started this so long ago, and let me first tell you about the yarn. I had a ton of these Barocco Pure Merino Nuance yarn balls, like a bunch of them. I think I actually traded somebody for them. Like, I just have tons. And they're gradient in and of themselves. And the yarn is so soft and springy and really pretty. And I just, though, didn't know what to make with them because each skein or each ball in and of itself is gradient. So I don't know, this whip is so old that I have no idea where I got the idea, but I thought I would do, and this is before the whole fade thing, and really before a lot of the gradients. Like now that we have a lot of gradient options, so this was like a really big deal for me, at least. I had never seen gradient yarn. I bought this when I first started knitting. But I thought I would try to fade this sweater, this Dragonflies Jumper, by cutting up, yes, this yarn. Yeah, so in this bag, and again, it's such an old whip. Like I have, if you guys could see, I've cut all this up, this yarn, and my fear also is, I think this is all the yarn I have, so I'm wondering even if I should frog it, because I don't know if I have enough to finish, to be honest with you. I'm a little scared. I have this much. I'm going to show you. What a mess, right? You can now see why this is a languishing whip. Disaster zone. So, I'll show it to you though. I don't know. I love it. I do love this pattern. This was a really big deal when I started this, because like I said, it was when I first started knitting, and this lace was such a challenge for me. And you can see the pattern, and it's on the back as well. Should I throw it away? Maybe I'll frog it. I don't even think I have enough yarn to finish. Let's be real. This is all I have. I should weigh this yarn. right? That would be the smart thing to do. Weigh the yarn and figure out how much is in this. And is this enough to finish with this wonky fade idea I had from 2000, I don't know what, 10. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll tell you how old it is though, that I have Downton Abbey stitch markers. And this is when I purchased these when Downton Abbey was all the rage. So whenever that was. Can you see that? I don't know. Anyway. So I love the yarn, but I've cut it all up like a dummy. And like I said, I don't think it's enough. So I might throw it away. I don't know. If I frog it, it'll be all sorts of weird pieces. What do you guys think? I don't think it's enough. Anyway, I guess lastly, I also have a pair of socks I'm working on. So these are my favorite coloring book yarns. I love her yarn. And I can't remember the name of this colorway. But you can look, if you go to Coloring Book Yarns on Etsy, you can see her colors. If you look in the comments, people post when they comment about her yarn, and then it'll tell you the name. I love her yarns. She has her colors in her sock yarn. She has really limited updates, so you kind of have to keep checking and checking to get her yarn. And I got obsessive about it. I actually have so many of her yarns, and what I do is I split them in half and I share them with my friend Lark Yarn. We split skeins because I find half of a skein of sock yarn will make one pair of socks for me shorter, but with contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. I can get away with half a skein. So it's perfect for splitting skeins. So like I said, I became obsessive with Coloring Book Yarns, and I started buying a ton of her colors. Like I would keep checking it and then buying that. And I have so many of them now. So I have no business buying sock yarn. You guys saw my stash. I have no business buying any yarn for that matter. And what I really should be doing is concentrating on finishing these whips. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you all are staying healthy and taking care of yourselves and having some time, wonderful time with your family. Thank you. We really, really appreciate you so much. Okay, bye.